In the wake of California's devastating wildfires, new technology is emerging that promises to transform the way blazes are monitored, fought, and ultimately prevented. The Earth Fire Alliance is a public-private partnership that includes Google, the Gordon and Betty Moore Foundation, Minderoo Foundation, the Environmental Defense Fund, and a startup called Muon Space. Executive Director Brian Collins says the alliance was created to bring space-based data and AI together to address the world's wildfires.
At Earth Fire Alliance, we like to say the big part of our name is actually the alliance part, which is our assembling the community, and that is fire and incident response agencies to be ready to use the data as soon as it comes down from the satellites, as well as the fire science community to begin to look at our data and start coming up with new ways to understand what's happening on the fire. And then the emergency management community to see the data and begin coming up with new concepts of how to make decisions.
So the first of the alliance's FireSat satellites will head to space in March. More will launch early next year, and with those, initial operational service to early adopters. Johnny Dyer, CEO and founder of Muon Space, says the drop in costs coupled with the increase in capability are what make a service like this now possible.
You know, one of the core kind of thesis for Muon when we started the company was that there's going to be this tick-tock feedback mechanism with AI and things like satellite data. So we're now at a place where we can build large constellations of mission-targeted satellites and collect massive quantities of new and important data. But we're also in a place where the technology with things like AI is set up to enable us to make use of that data in a much more effective way than I think has been possible in the past.
He would know. Dyer worked at the first venture-backed new space company, Skybox, which was acquired by Google, and when it was, helped implement satellite data into Google Maps and other apps.
So there's traffic, there's weather. Google has now implemented fire alerting in the Google Maps system all the way up to their search product. And I think it's, much of this kind of behind the scenes is working on the combination of unique geospatial data collected from things like satellites with AI applied to it to do things like detection and monitoring and sort of extraction of useful information from that data. And so Google's really the best in the world at solving these type of problems where you have a difficult, very, very large data set that has to be managed and understood and sort of insights extracted from it. And that's been already just the work that we've done with that team has been truly fantastic because we've been able to think about this problem end to end.
It's not just the alliance either. Rocket Lab recently announcing that it will launch a fire monitoring specific satellite for Germany's Aurora technologies as well.